What's going on, guys? Dippin back. In today's video, we're gonna be laying down this Raptor liner sent out by Raptor Liner. It's a DIY kit that you can do yourself, spray in your driveway, your garage, your own shop. I'll put the time code right here if you guys just want to skip to me doing this bed liner. We got some other work we got to do first, so let's hop right into that. They're just about to put these in the oven. They just sprayed it with the purple, and it's gonna get baked. Should turn out pretty good. It already looks really good with that white.
Yeah, it does.
And that's gonna gloss up once it gets baked. But hell yeah. Oh shit. So they got these just pre-baked. They're gonna spray a clear on. And what's cool about the Illusion purple and some of the other Illusion colors is that it doesn't turn that color right away. As you can see, that it's like a silver color. But once it gets baked again, it will turn purple, just like that right there. Out at Iron Ape Coating Fab, doing a little fishing. Nice little fish right here, boy. All right, I'm up to 4. Mike down there, 0, baby. That one didn't kick as hard as last time. Coal, baby, just bogging this thing down. Haha. take it. This thing's a little bit underpowered, but it's doing good. It's a Yanmar YM 1500, 15 horsepower with, I believe that's like a 4-foot bush hog or something like that. But I've been going to town on this little pasture right by my house. The landlord wanted me to go ahead and give it a cut because it is pretty long. Tell you what, I readjusted the brush hog. This used to be, I think, at the top, and it was dropping the deck so low that it couldn't shoot out all the grass that I was cutting. So I dropped it down 2 notches, and it lifted the deck up. So now that all the grass that I'm running over goes in here, it gets cut, and it's able to shoot out the back. It's going a lot better now that I did that. I did pretty much this whole thing right here. That part is about probably an acre, maybe a little more than an acre, with it getting choked up all the time. I'm glad I readjusted it. I didn't think about that until today. I've been just doing a couple hours here and there with this bush hogging job. So gonna have to be going around all of these, or these 2 big tree limbs that came off of that tree that's fallen down over there. I've been taking all the smaller ones. I got a couple piles over there that I've been just throwing them on top of the bush hog and driving them down to that pile over there so we can go ahead and burn that. But man, this grass comes up to, you know, mid stomach. That's pretty tall. It's like over 3 foot tall probably. Half of me, I'm 6 foot, so it's pretty tall, but it's getting the work done. This little Yanmar is getting this work done. I had a problem with it overheating. I had a problem with it overheating, and yeah, the gas tank cap broke, so I had to put a piece of plastic there so nothing got in it. It overheated yesterday because everything I'm driving through is just getting sucked to this radiator from the fan. So I keep having to blow it out. But it's doing good. Just have this probably, I think this whole lot that I've been doing, so it goes from those farm implements right there, goes around, see that yellow thing, goes down right beside the hay bales, goes around here, right to the corner, see those fence posts, and then it shoots back up just behind that tree right there, the last tree on the side, goes down there, goes to the road, comes back over here by that brush pile, and then just squares off again right there. This whole thing, I believe, is a little bit over an acre and a half, and I've been just doing this, you know, a couple hours a day. I started on it yesterday, so I'm finishing up. We got the headlights working, so we'll be able to cut out here. When the sun goes down, we probably have another about 30-45 minutes of actual sunlight, not of actual daylight, not sunlight, because the sun's going to go down, but it stays light out for, you know, a good 20 minutes after. But I should be able to knock out, you know, this part right here. I should be able to knock out all this tonight. So let's get back to cutting. So if you guys are wondering why it's taking so long for this video, well, I got some aircraft remover. That orange stuff didn't really work, so I got actual aircraft remover, and it took a lot of the bed liner off of it, but it didn't get the paint underneath. So I'm having to go through with this knot cone and scuff it all up. Just this one section right here took me about 30 minutes to do, and that about another 30 minutes. So I'm guessing this whole bed is probably going to take, you know, probably 5 or 6 hours just to get off all the old paint and old bed liner. And I found out something, that when they resprayed this bed with the shitty white color, they sprayed over the good color. So like, this is some good paint right here. You can see that the old paint was chipping off. That's the old paint color. And then this paint color is the same as this door because it came off of that truck. So like, this whole fender has that good paint underneath it. And yeah, I don't know why they put a different color white straight over the good white color, but I found that out when I sprayed that aircraft remover on here. It just The aircraft remover just took off this top layer. It didn't even get down to this good paint. But this is gonna get bed liner anyway, so I gotta scrape it up. There's some of that orange stuff that didn't even work. But yeah, it takes a long time to do this, guys. You guys just think I can do it all in one video, but doing it by myself, it takes a long time when products don't really work how they're supposed to. You know, the aircraft remover works to an extent, but it doesn't get off everything. I bought the best one I could find. I bought like 3 bottles, coated the whole bed, and it's still looking like this. It's all dusty because I've been doing this, but a lot of the bed liner's off except for in this area and right there. But I'll keep getting at it, and hopefully we can coat this thing here soon. All right, got half the bed done, except for that tiny part right there. I can't get that angle grinder in there, but it took about an hour and a half to get this whole side done, not including the parts that I already did. But I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna go ahead inside and then come back out here tomorrow morning and knock the rest of it out. But yeah, we should be good to go tomorrow to get ready to spray this thing. Shouldn't have an issue with that right there with the bed liner. So yeah, here it is, halfway done. So I was wondering why this wasn't cutting through this stuff as it was yesterday, but as you can see, I just have this little tiny strip left and the whole bed is done. But I was wondering why it wasn't cutting through this as good as yesterday. Well, you can see all these tiny little strands of metal, and I looked down and I've gone through almost this whole disc for this bed. It's crazy, dude. I've had this for so long that I thought that it pretty much doesn't wear out, but I've gone through almost this whole knot cone, wire knot cone, whatever you want to call it, wire cone. I just have this little tiny section left. I'm gonna try to get it done with this. I'm not sure if it's gonna last or not, but this Ryobi is putting in some freaking work, guys. I've had this Ryobi for about 3 or 4 years now, and I have put this thing through hell on this bed, running it I wouldn't say 24/7, but I've been running it for 2 hours now, non-stop, and it is freaking holding up great, even with it being 3 years old, 4 years old. So a little bit left. Let's get to it. What's going on, guys? Today is an exciting day for the truck build. It's because we are finally going to be finishing up this flatbed build with some Raptor liner. Raptor liner sent out some bed liner for this truck. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. Of course, we have the 4 24-ounce bottles of bed liner. We're gonna be doing 3 coats. We'll talk about that a little bit more in this video. And then we have some acid etch primer, and then also some adhesion promoter. I got the air compressor set to 60 PSI. I'm gonna spray that about 20 inches from the bed. And then on your second coat, you wanna bump that up to 65, 75 PSI, and then go, I think, 24 inches, a little bit farther away, and it just makes it so that the bed liner is all even. And then the third coat is a drop coat. What you wanna do is to stand really far back, miss the whole bed just to get all the texture right, so you don't have any spots that don't look textured like the rest of the bed. And it should turn out really good. This product right here, Raptor liner, is one of the best consumer products you can get on the market. Doing bed liner in your own garage or at your house or your own shop. It's a DIY kit, and we're ready to do this. I got the whole truck draped off. I got everything that I need to be prepped. So let's go ahead and spray off the dust one more time and start coating. Now, before you even start thinking about laying down some bed liner or the acid etch primer, you want to make sure that you wipe the whole bed down, get all the dust off, and use either an IPA or a wax and grease remover. You want to make sure all the contaminants are off of that bed so you have the best chance for the bed liner to stick to it. Now, since I did have a full can of that acid etch primer, I just went ahead and did a light coat over the whole bed just to ensure I have good coverage and the bed liner will stick. 10 minutes after your primer had dried, I came back through with that adhesion promoter. Now, watching this video back in post-production, I did realize that I was not 20 inches away on the first coat. So when you're doing the first coat, just be sure that you are 20 inches away to get the best coverage possible. You don't really want to go too heavy, but you don't really want to go too light. I think I got a good result from it, but just be sure to follow the directions and stay 20 inches back from your bed when applying this first coat. We have the first coat on there. You can definitely tell the defects in the wheel wells from the previous owner. I went kind of light right there. I just noticed that. I'll probably spray that real quick. But gotta wait 60 minutes before you do the next coat, and then wait another 60 minutes to do the drop coat. But that thing went on so smooth, super easy to use. Hooked it up to Mike's air compressor, and it went on really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait 60 minutes and then do another coat. Before we get into showing you guys the results, this isn't about my fabricating skills. This isn't about how the bed itself turned out. I know there's a lot of problems with it. It doesn't look probably up to your guys' standards. I'm no fabricator, I'm no welder, this is my first time doing something like this. So I know that there are problems with it. I know I could have knocked the dents out. I know I could have done a bunch of stuff. But right now, we're focusing on the bed liner because that came out freaking so sick, guys. So here is the bed liner. I did 3 coats total, 1 coat, 2 coats, and then a drop coat. I like how the texture came out. The drop coat kind of defines your texture. The last coat, you can either turn your pressure up all the way and have it real smooth, or turn it real down low and get a good texture. I think I kind of went in the middle and got a good texture. It's not like eye-popping texture, but it does have a lot of texture on here. I went ahead and sprayed right there where the lights are. I sprayed this license plate holder. Finally got it registered, so we'll be able to start driving this thing. Like I said, not the best. I know I could have ground down the welds even more and did a whole bunch of stuff, but for the most part, I am happy with it. I love how this turned out. I went ahead and sprayed the wheel wells as well, so those are black now. I did a real good tape line. What I'm going to do, I know I should have done this. I should have sprayed this white first and then sprayed the bed liner, because it's going to be real hard to get a real good distinct line on the black when I spray the white. But hey, learn from my mistakes. It's whatever. I like how this turned out. Raptor liner, man, it went on super smooth, no issues at all. Super easy product to use. Literally, you mix it together, hook it to an air compressor, and spray it, and it goes on super good. I was worried about having some light spots in the middle, because I can't after the first coat, you know, I can't really stretch all the way over here and not get my shirt all bed linered-y. But it actually came out real good, real smooth. It's already dirty, but yeah, this Raptor liner, I can't be more happy how this thing turned out and how the texture turned out. So I'm not sure what kind of bed liner this is. It's probably a professional grade bed liner, but this has a little bit less texture than this, which it all depends on what you guys want. If you guys want some really good texture to set the gun to whatever is going to get you that best result. I'm not sure what the best result is for texture like that, because I didn't do it. So you'll just have to experiment if you guys are going to go ahead and do this with your truck. But I love how this texture turned out. I love how the whole thing turned out. Got the wheel wells really good, because I couldn't really, you know, reach around and spray like this, but they turned out real good. Yeah, I could have knocked these out. Hey, it's whatever. Big old dent right there. But for a fairly cheap project, so in total, like, the only thing I really spent money on was cutoff disc, flap disc, and welding wire, and time. That's pretty much, that's what I spent money to do this bed. Raptor liner sent out the product for the video. I'm not counting that into the price of it, but if you're gonna do this by yourself, easily $200 you can make a bed like this. And yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit more than $200, but for the most part, and the lights, I guess, but super cheap, super easy to, I wouldn't say super easy to do, because it wasn't hard, but it wasn't fairly easy, if you guys know what I'm saying. But for a project like this, just take some time, do it, and let me know in the comments below if you guys decide to do this with your truck. Send me some pictures on Instagram at Dippin Diesel of your truck if you guys did this. And yeah, we're gonna be getting this truck on the road, so I'm super excited about that. You guys can see that it obviously moves. It was right here, and now it's right here, so the truck obviously moves. I have it registered. I got it registered for a reason, so we're gonna be taking this thing on its first drive in next video. So guys, definitely stay tuned. Go check out Raptor liner. Huge shout out to them for sending out the product for the video. I'll leave their links down below. I'll leave a link to their website. You can also go to pretty much any auto parts store and pick up Raptor liner. I've seen it at my local auto parts stores, so I know that you can get it there. And it came out really good for a DIY project. And yeah, so there it is. Give you one last good look. But that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos on my Cummins, and we're gonna start posting more on my TWODIPS channel. So guys, definitely go subscribe to TWODIPS, youtube.com/TWODIPS. I'll leave a link also in the description to that channel as well. And that's gonna do it. Thank you for watching. Peace, Dippin' Diesel.